So, welcome everyone. This is going to be a vintage challenge. Today I didn't really have a strong preference in what to play, so I did the smartest thing you can do, and that's ask someone better than you. So I asked Trophy Leader Cho Damon, slash however you say his actual name, and this is the pile that I was given. It's more of a controlling, goalless shops deck. We'll see if I can figure out exactly how to pilot it correctly. The testing matches I just played seemed pretty strong, especially with the format slowing down and becoming more Xerox heavy. This seems like it could be in a decent spot right now. So round one, this one, we're likely up against Dredge. Coffee's been having a pretty strong past couple weeks, and we have a Wasteland here, so I'm kind of inclined to keep it, even though we don't have a lot of action. Wasteland, we have a Tabernacle, and we have 4 Wastelands, a Strip Mine, Sorcerer's Spyglass are our big answers to Dredge. So I think having one of our few answers in hand is enough to keep it. Obviously, Coffee has a bit of a range. It could not be Dredge, but it is Dredge. So hopefully opponent decides to not have a hollow one or too many dredgers. Let's find out. So opponent had 3 dredgers, which is unfortunate. But we have the Wasteland, so give it the best college try. Drew another Workshop, which is obviously not what we're looking for. I actually don't think I want to play the Crypt, even if I want to play a Revoker. Don't really think I want to do that. I don't think it changes much, and I'd rather not have a Crypt in play. Let's see if opponent dredges. They do decide to dredge. They didn't hit any more dredgers, but they did hit an Icarid and a Prized Amalgam. So we still have a lot of good answers in our deck, so no need to panic just yet. Well, another land is not great. I'm going to play a Workshop and a Revoker. We probably won't be playing any more Workshops as we try to build towards a Inventor's Fair mana. Don't believe there are any activated abilities in current Dredge lists. I think it's just like there's the activated ability on Golgari Grave Troll. I guess there's cycling on Hollowed One. Does that count as a activated ability? Probably. Not actually sure. Someone chat can tell me later if that doesn't actually work the way I want it to. Pretty sure it doesn't really matter. It sure looks like an activated ability. And it's definitely not a mana ability. Alright, so opponent brings in an Icarid for one of their dredgers, gets to bring back 2 Amalgams, gets to bring back Dark Amoeba. Not good for us. No real reason to block either. No bridges in the opponent's yard right now. So our next best thing is Tabernacle, probably. Ensnaring Bridge will obviously be helpful if I can get this hand away, but I have so many lands in my hand, it might not. Oh my god, we've just drawn a land every turn. Yeah, it's not good. I've drawn a land every turn. Not ideal. Well, opponent is out of dredgers because they decided to bring back the Icarid to make sure they got their Amalgam trigger. So that's good for us, but it does also mean opponent probably has a bunch of Force of Wills in hand. Go to 10. Even if we hit a bridge, it's going to be really hard for us to get underneath it. So, oh my god, can we stop? Okay. I mean, I can block one of these Amalgams now. I lose like all my mana by doing it, but the best thing we can possibly hit is a Golos. Because a Golos will let us get a Tabernacle and have a 3/5 blocker. But obviously it's just going to get Force of Willed, so an opponent's actually going to discard a Dredger here, which is going to make things difficult as well. Unfortunately, we didn't really draw the cards we needed to win this game. We kept a hand on the back of having one of our Wastelands, and that wasn't really good enough. So, all we can really ask for here is a Goalless and opponent not to have Force of Will. I guess we could naturally draw a Tabernacle, but opponent will still have an Icarid. Makes things a little difficult as well. Yeah, that's just not going to do it. I don't know. I think the keep is fine. And it is Dredge game 1, so let's bring in ley lines, cages, maybe Spyglass. I wonder if he brings in Ballista. Possible we bring in Ballista to clear bridges. I'm not 100% sure. These cards all seem pretty reasonable. I didn't get a sideboard plan, so we're going to have to try to figure that one out as we go. No Rod seems like a pretty easy cut. I don't know if any of the... I don't know how much spheres are supposed to stay in versus Dredge. Karn doesn't seem great. Chalice doesn't seem great. Karn's probably isn't really necessary. Revokers are obviously not great, maybe. So we could say cut Null Rod, cut Revoker, cut Karn, cut Chalice, cut other Karn, maybe cut some spheres. Maybe you don't really need another Crucible. Definitely want all my ensnaring bridges though. So I guess we'll cut 2 spheres, or a sphere in this thing. Let's try that, I guess. Seems reasonable. We kind of would like to keep spheres in, right, in case of Force of Vigor. Double Leyline, Cage. Double Leyline, Cage, 1 Moxen. No mana. Opponent basically has to have Force of Vigor plus Force of Will, or a hollowed one. I think this is probably too risky. This is fine. What don't we need here? We can just let Jet go. Lotus could let us do an Inventor's Fair later as well. Alright, so now we can't get Force of Vigor, which is nice. And we have a Tabernacle. Ashen Rider is annoying. And of course they have a hollowed one. Of course they have two hollowed ones. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to get an ensnaring bridge and also somehow beat an well, I guess we should be able to beat Dredge Return because we have a sphere in play, so we just need to find an ensnaring bridge, really. I guess we can just tabernacle these. I don't know what I'm talking about. So if we just tabernacle these guys, play a cloister. I don't know why I was worried about double hollowed one when I had a tabernacle in hand, but figure it out as we go. So a bridge should seal this game up. Opponent has to play lands in their deck to get out of a sphere. So I guess they don't have any lands in their deck from the last one I've looked at, so I probably shouldn't even be warding out spheres. So we're gonna get an Icarid, and an Amalgam's gonna come into play. That's not really a big deal. Two Bazaars. That's a bunch of bridges, but that's also not a big deal because of Tabernacle. Basically just Icarid damage until we have a bridge. Oh, good thing we have a cloister because this ley line would stop us. So there's a bridge. We just need to hit one more land. Any value? How much damage do we save by playing a Walking Ballista? We save 1 damage by playing a Walking Ballista. I guess that's not really necessary. We can always just Ballista and kill these bridges. I don't really think that's necessary either. What are the bridges going to do? We just need to get a land so we can play Ensnaring Bridge. Take 3, go to 10. Yeah, I guess we'll just play this Walking Ballista out. Take 2. So we're just looking for a land for this bridge and we should be in good shape. I definitely boarded wrong then. I guess we kind of want all of our spheres if we know opponent is going to be on just 0 other lands. We do want to see if we can get the bridge down soon, because once we start getting multiple Icarids, the clock will speed up pretty quick. But the minute we get on mana source, this game should be over. Opponent's just looking for more Icarids, really. Alright, so I'm looking for an extra mana. Mana? Why? Alright. I mean, we might just lose this game, which would be fun. How many Icarids? One Icarid. We don't have three things in play to beginning an extra land either. Alright, now there's 3 Icarids attacking us. We're just gonna die! Oh my god, we have to actually draw a workshop. That's so frustrating. We're drawing 2 cards a turn, we just couldn't draw a land. Holy shit. It's so tilting. I don't know. I feel like I'm so unlucky again. Oh wait, there was only 2 Icarids. Okay, never mind. We can still activate our tomb. So it's still any mana source. I thought I saw 3 Icarids. So we still have all kinds of tombs. Not tomb though. 6. Well, take 6. Go to 5. Yeah. So any mana source. Any mana source. Any mana source. I have 2 draws, so it's like my sixth draw since playing a Cloister. Any mana source. Except for, I guess, Moxen. I guess I shouldn't say any mana source. I mean, just land. Just give me a land. No! I guess Cage does it. Okay, Cage will stop the Icarids from coming in. Oh wait, we hit the mana too. God bless. Holy lord, I was so scared. I was so scared. So, if we play this Cage, and that gives us 4 or 5, yeah. We can't get Crippling Shield. Let's just play the bridge. All right. Yeah, I mean there really are no more turns. We drew something finally on the last turn of the game. So let's actually bring that other sphere and that statue back because those seem important when opponent has exactly no lands in their deck. I guess we don't really need Crucible as much. Because we don't really need to rebuy too many. So I guess we should just have done that. We might not even need Crucible at all. We want Smokestack out? Is that too slow? Okay. I mean, I'm just learning as we go here. So what maybe we want? What do we want? You like 5 mana Karn? That's just a clock. Or I guess it blocks hollowed ones too. Sure, that's reasonable. I mean, these guys don't do anything right. No Rods don't do anything. Crucible we don't really need, right? Is like a Karn better than a Crucible, maybe? I don't know, maybe it's okay to have 1 Crucible? Huh. Yeah. Oh, I guess Karn does that. One of the 2 Karns. You don't like 4 mana Karn? Alright, I'll run with this. So, game 1, I kept like 5 land Wasteland because I knew they were on Dredge, and then I drew 4 straight lands. And then obviously you saw game 2 there. We just needed to hit a land to cast Ensnaring Bridge. I mean, this hand seems fine. Opponent only has 4 Force of Vigor as outs to Leyline, plus hollowed ones, I guess. So, opponent's on a very pitch kind of heavy, only 4 Bazaars, Serum Powders kind of deal. I'm so cold. Oh my god, I'm shivering. Alright, I would like to put this ley line into play. Thank you for that. Yeah, so they have one turn. I mean, they could Force of Will our Sphere as well, so. But if the Sphere resolves, then yeah. Then we're safe, and they can just hollow. They can only hollow one. Is that a Basking Rootwalla? Opponent boarded into Basking Rootwalla? Huh. I guess that's more green cards to pitch to Force of Vigor. Looks like they'll probably take our Sphere here. Oh, they took a Sapphire. Interesting. Oh, they have a hollowed one as well. I mean, we're still playing... I think we're still playing Sphere. I guess not. They should never have Force of Vigor up again. The fact that they took Sapphire and we can't play Golos is kind of sad. If we don't draw a land next turn, we can't play our own Golos. So maybe we don't even play Sphere. We can't play Golos. So they took our Sapphire and not our Sphere. Would you play Sapphire here, Cho? I think we might want to hold it, right? Alright, would you play Sphere? I feel like we might want to hold it, right? We just go get Tabernacle with our Golos. Opponent will go to 2 cards, activate Bazaar, go to 4 cards. It's very unlikely for them to Force of Vigor this. I think I'm gonna... Alright, this is the... I think I'm willing to take that risk. That's also true. See if opponent goes for a hollowed one here. Did not. They might have a force of some kind. I think I'm still just jamming a Golos. It's gotta be. It's highly unlikely opponent has a force of any kind. I'm just gonna get a Tabernacle over a Wasteland, I think, for sure. This is sick. Cool card. So this does give the opponent the opportunity to look for a Force of Vigor for my ley line, but... Huh. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. Woo! Alright. That's really dope. So I'm going to just grab a quick drink, and I'll be right back. I have a league going. We can play the league while we wait. I just want to get liquid. I would, yeah, that definitely makes sense to me, Cho. It definitely seems like a reasonable Dredge matchup.